Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, if not, welcome back. My name is Lena. I make videos on things that I like to share, such as lifestyle documenting, product reviews, and my life experiences through storytelling. So, very random, but I hope you guys have fun and learn a little bit from my experiences, right? So in this video, I'll talk about the appointments, the emails, and the step-by-step process, the timeline, and I'll even interview CJ on his side of the experience, see how he felt about everything. Disclaimer here, everybody's love story is a little bit different. Some people think it should be a complete surprise, your engagement ring. Some people think the other person should choose it, and other people don't think they need a ring at all, right? And that's okay. I have my story and I loved every step that we took together, and this is how I want to share it, just in case other people are interested about making a custom engagement ring and being, like, I will say, very involved. So let's first off take a look at the ring. So my ring has a natural center diamond of 0.82 carats set on a gold band that is 0.055 millimeter. And the prongs onto the center diamonds is a white gold. The side diamonds are 0.02 carats and then 0.01 carat for the very last one there. There's a bit of a spacing in between the diamonds here, and that's a feature that I really like. And that is my ring. I really like it. It's beautiful. I love it. Thank you, CJ, for choosing me to be your life partner. I choose you to be my life partner. And here we are. So I'm going to start off with a very helpful tip that helped me with this process, which is trying on rings in person. I know everybody has that Pinterest board of theirs where they're like,
I think I want this style looks great.
I will say, sometimes it is it looked better on the hanger moment, where it's just like, oh, that did not look good on my finger at all. Or like, I did not know I like this feature more, right? I say go in and try it on. Like, I know it could be a little bit scary to like go into a jewelry store fully knowing you're not going to buy anything, right? But let me just tell you, those sales associates do not care. This is their like pre-work for that sale. Like, if they make you feel super welcome and you like them and everything, you're going to want your person to come back and like buy from them, right? So they're just going to be super kind to you and like let you try on a lot of things. That's my experience. And I went with my best friend to find her style of engagement ring for her now husband. I went with my sisters and I went with a group of 4 of us. There's 4 girls trying on rings, right? And they were all very nice. They really don't care. Like, I honestly felt really nervous at first too, being like,
oh my god, are they going to like think I'm delusional, that I think I'm going to get proposed to soon? Are they going to judge me? This is so awkward, it's so embarrassing. Like, am I wasting their time?
No, because this is their job. They literally have to like sell to somebody, and if they make that customer sales associate relationship with you, and then you bring your other person to come shop again, like, they did like half the work already, right? They're just doing it with you versus like the person who maybe be buying it, right? Or if you're like the person buying it, you go in and look and just like research and like be familiar with the process and things, and then go home, take that information. You don't have to buy it right then and there. Like, so yeah, I would say try on rings in person, because what I didn't know really bothered me was the prongs of a ring. Like, I didn't know that the shape and the style would bother me so much that I was like, oh, let me just, completely not like this ring at all because it's too tall. Like, for somebody who doesn't wear rings like on their regular, to like putting something with a diamond on it and it's like really lifted and high, I felt really foreign. I felt like I don't know what to do with my hands, right? And being with work too, I work as a hygienist and I wear gloves every day. It's something that I want to keep in mind. I can't stress this enough. Go try it on in store. Super educational. A lot of the girls will say it was quite helpful. I would say it was quite helpful. And I think you should go try it too if you're looking for it, right? But if you, like, say you cannot find the ring that you want, or you find bits and pieces of things that you like and it's not totally the best one, you go what I did and make a custom one, right? Take something from one ring and another ring and put it together and make your own. And I don't think it was any more expensive. I think it was about the same price. It really depends on the center diamond itself. So let's go over the process that we went through to make my custom engagement ring. So starting with finding the style that you like, right? Obviously, I shared my pro tip, go try it on in person. I initially fell in love with this one design. I'll post it here. So yes, it looks exactly like mine right now off the top view, right? So I like that the center diamond was there, but it also gradient out to the smaller ones, right? I like the feature of the diamonds being kind of like more separated than the cluster look, right? But when you flipped it to the side profile, and this is where I say the prongs really got me. I didn't like how this one had like a basket style prong. I felt like it was like too chunky. Like I felt like it wasn't dainty, right? So that was it. I didn't like that. And I also didn't like the box jewelry store. Well, I'll say that when I mean like the ones inside the mall and the ones that are very like typical, like you think of a jewelry store, this is it. I felt like their quality of diamond wasn't what I was shown when I was shopping with my older sister for her engagement ring, because she went to a local jeweler. And so she took me and CJ to her local jeweler. So Simon met with us in-person meeting, and he gave us what I like to call the Diamond 101, where he went over aspects of a diamond that causes it to be the price that it is, right? So the cut, the clarity, the color, and things like that. If you guys are interested in a video of what I learned at this Diamond 101, leave me a comment and subscribe and I will make it for you. But for now, this video is just about making a custom engagement ring. So back to it. So at the initial appointment, it started with our budget, and we're very straightforward, CJ and I. We talked about budget and everything, and CJ gave a budget, and it was very generous, I find. But I didn't want him to spend that much because I thought we could use that money on traveling as well. So we talked about it, and we set a budget, and then I told Simon, this is my budget after tax. And he was looking at this particular 0.82 carat diamond that was like a little bit more better size and better quality than the other one that he had in stock, and he was able to price it out right then and there, and it came out to be under budget. And I was like so excited to hear the word under budget, right? Okay, it's still a lot of money, and it's still CJ's money, but I like it's just exciting, okay guys? Anyways, I really like that he was like, oh, I could do this under budget. So he didn't like try to go up a little bit just to make me like, oh, this is around your budget, maybe a little bit more. He's like, oh, this is nice, this is great, this is a really good quality diamond, and it's better than all the other ones I have in that same like kind of carat weight, but the quality is a little bit better, and it's gonna be under your budget. And I like that he didn't try to upsell us, you know. So I thought that was really nice of him. So anyways, so after picking the center diamond, we went on to ring sizes. He had sample ring sizes for you to try on, right? And then we determined that I was in between a 6.5 and a 6 3/4. So he wrote down that my ring size would be a 6 5/8. He didn't even have one for me to try on. He just like, oh, this is too loose, this is too big, you're gonna be in between. That's how custom it was. Like, it was like my size. He made the size. He didn't even have the sample one for me to try on. So I thought that was like super cool. I'm like, oh, it'll be perfect then, right? And it quite perfect, I will say. The next was just looking at different styles of prongs. So he had sampled rings with different styles of prongs with no diamond on it, right? It was just like the prongs out. And he gave me one that was called a Tiffany. And I thought, oh, that's nice. And my older sister was there. She's like, do you have a curvier one? Knowing me better than myself, she asked for me, right? And then he pulled out a curvy Tiffany. And I was like, I like that better. So we wrote down curvy Tiffany, right? So at the end of the initial appointment, he had me email him the photo of me trying on the ring I had in store, the computer version of it online of the side profile, and he wrote down all the details that I wanted. So he agreed that the basket style was like not necessary for stability, and it kind of blocked a little bit of light of the diamond. So he's like, yeah, you don't need that. You could just do a regular like Tiffany style prong. So I said, oh, awesome, that's what I want. That afternoon, he emailed us with a quote with the amount of gold I needed for the ring size that I am, and it was indeed $200 under budget. So that was quite nice to see, right? Taxes all in and everything, and I thought that was really nice to see. So a week after the quote, and I said, okay, go ahead, start the designing process. Simon's team sent us this computer rendering of the ring that they designed. So with the details that I gave them at the initial appointment, they came up with this. So I will say I did change a few things about the initial design. I realized the photo that I sent them with the ring on my finger didn't really show how the spacing between the like accent diamonds were, and I really like that part about it. So I sent them the computer version of the ring that I tried on, and it kind of shows a little bit more of how the spacing was, and I drew little arrows to show them like what I meant, right? I also asked to kind of confirm that the ring would have curvier prongs. Like, I don't know if it was because it was a computer rendering that they're not able to show like fine details or anything like that, but I was like, oh, I just want to make sure that this is the curvy style prongs that we talked about initially. And then I also like mentioned that I wanted the prongs end, where it kind of ends, to be a particular shape, which I didn't know was a detail that I cared so much about until a patient told me about it. And I'm like, oh, you know what, that's actually is important to me. So I changed it from this tab style to this tiger claw, and I found this photo on Google that kind of illustrate the difference between, and I'm like, oh, I want this one, is that okay? And initially I was so nervous to ask for these changes, even though it's like my custom ring. I just don't know why. I'm a people pleaser. I don't want to tell them that, oh, this is a little bit different than how I want it. But they were so nice about it. I sent them the email, they called me the next day, and they went over all the details that I want to change. They're like, oh yeah, we could absolutely do the tiger claws for you. The prongs will be curvy, and we could totally do that spacing between those accent diamonds, right? And I felt such like a valued customer. I felt like really good about it. So another week goes by, and then they send me the kind of revisited design, and they changed the things that I want to change. So then they added the spacing between the accent diamonds. They made the prongs look curvier on the 3D one, even though they already told me that, oh yeah, we know this is a curvy one, we just couldn't really depict it on the computer. They made it look more curvy now. And then even the prong ends were changed on the computer. So I said, that is absolutely perfect, that is what I want, and go ahead. So at this point, I gave them the go ahead, and I also gave them the primary contact to change to CJ. And I had such a hard time doing that. I was just like, oh my god, my sense of control is gone, right? And then I'm like, CJ, did they email you yet? And then the man said, calm down. Yes, they did. They got the right email. Don't worry about it. And after, I'm like, okay. And then, so from there, CJ took over. Before we go on to interview CJ's portion of the process, I want to just finish off the timeline with when he was able to pick it up. Okay, because our jeweler had the diamonds in stock, we did not have to wait for shipping of anything to kind of get here and then start the process. He had it there. He was able to kind of get it going right away. So this might be a little bit like faster of a process than other places, but that's just how our story went. So the initial appointment was on January 17th, and we got the details down, we got the sizing down, budget, and then the quote that afternoon. After that afternoon, I gave them the go ahead. We are comfortable with that price. Go design it, right? And then the week after, so from January 17th to January 25th, we got the first 3D kind of like computer rendering of the ring, right? I emailed the same day for the changes. They called me the next day to confirm the changes. Just to be clear, like, this is what you want, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. And they sent me the revised rendering on the 31st. So that's like another week. So we are 2 weeks in, right? And that's when I changed the primary contact over to CJ, where he now tells me that the ring took another 2 weeks and a bit to kind of get made, and they ready for you to pick up. So that was on February 16th. So from January 17th to February 16th, about a month for my custom engagement ring. And then the man had my ring for a whole another month until March 20th, and then he proposed to me, right? So that is the process and the timeline for our custom engagement ring. So some may say I was too involved in the process, but this is just how CJ and I did it, and we liked every bit of the process. We thought it was very us. He thought it was very me. He told me that he's spending a lot of money on it. I'm going to be wearing it every day, and then he wants me to love it, and I absolutely do. I'm not saying that he wouldn't pick something that I wouldn't love. I would love anything I would pick for me, but I'm just so picky, and then the man obviously knows me, so he gave me this opportunity to customize my engagement ring, and I love it. Like, I think you being proposed to shouldn't be a surprise. How you be proposed to should be a surprise, right? So it's okay to know that I was getting proposed to. We talked about it. This is our future together. This is like something that we planned. So I knew it was coming. I don't know how he did it, right? Another video I have planned is to interview him on the proposal itself. So this next interview segment is going to be CJ and his portion of the engagement ring shopping, how he felt, and everything like that. So everybody, please welcome CJ. Ta-da! Welcome to our channel. It's CJ, a special guest for today's end of clip special. We will be interviewing you about our custom engagement ring process. So, starting in with some easy questions, I will say I did not prep CJ for these questions. He's gonna go.
I'm winging it.
He's winging it. Okay. So this is his real thoughts. Okay, CJ, we're gonna start easy. Describe your experience engagement ring shopping in 3 words.
3 words?
Mm-hmm.
Informative? Informative?
Was it stressful, easy, fun, hard, scary?
It was easy.
Easy.
Easy. But only because you made it easy.
Because I made it easy.
You made it easy. Because I didn't have to look for a design. You already had the design in mind.
Yes.
I just had to pick it up and pay for it. So.
Yes.
And then one more word. So informative, easy, and that's a tough one. I want to say it was fun, but also stressful. So there's like 2.
Yeah, conflict there.
Yeah, there's
okay.
2, yeah.
So we'll say that's the beginning of the chat's first 3, and then I'll re-ask you the same question at the end after we talk about it a little bit more.
Okay.
Because you gotta think about it a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned that it was quite easy because I did a lot of the work. How did you feel about that? Did you feel like you missed out on like being surprised, doing it your own self? Did you feel like you wish you did that, or like, oh, this is how she wants? Did you feel forced in any way or things like that?
No, that I wasn't. I didn't feel like I was forced or anything. I felt like it was a lot of relief on my end, knowing that you already like the design. So I don't have the pressure of, if I pick a design and you don't like it, then I don't even know what the process is. I don't even you return it. I don't know. But maybe you would like it. Maybe you would like it.
I probably would.
You probably would. I would have picked something that would be nice, but not exactly what you wanted. So I wanted exactly what you wanted. So I let you pick it. So that's why we went that route.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any comments on or advice to give other people who are shopping for their partner?
Educate yourself on the ring and make sure you know what your significant other wants. Educate yourself on all the specifics of a diamond, like the 4 C's.
Yes.
Cut, clarity, carat, and what's the last one?
Color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you like how we had that? Like, I guess all jewelry store will give you a little bit of a lesson.
Session,
yeah. But I really like how our jeweler did it with us.
And he had like examples of each
Yes.
what he was talking about. He would show you so you could see it visually too.
Yes, yeah. Compare it side by side, but also he compared it side by side, but also with our own eyes. He didn't bring out a microscope and like made us look through the little microscope to see the microscopic difference. Because then he was only selling us things that you would see with your eyes, right? He wasn't trying to upsell us on something that you couldn't see visually, like, as a regular Joe person, right? Yes, yeah. So stay tuned for a Diamond 101, what we learned at that lesson that we had. And you say it was quite helpful.
Yeah, very.
Okay, yes. Okay, what do you think about our ring?
It's awesome. It's beautiful.
Awesome. I get lots of compliment of saying, he did great. And I say, thanks. I picked it. and I think that's just us. And it makes sense, right? It just makes sense for us. And that's just how we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we're sharing our experience for you guys to know. Okay, so CJ, after discussing a little bit about this, would you change any of your 3 words to describe your engagement ring shop?
It was just fun. Yeah. It was just fun. Nah, stressful part is just normal. That's just, you get nervous anyways.
You get nervous.
Regardless throughout the process.
Even though I went with you to pick the ring, were you nervous at the proposal?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah. But then in the moment you kind of just get numb to it, and then you just have to do it, You know what you have to do, and you just gotta go. You gotta go do it.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I'm
was
thinking of
fun.
making another video of interviewing CJ and telling you guys about our proposal story, how it happened and how CJ did it, and how the behind the scenes happened. Because I didn't get that, and I was dying inside. I was like wondering what was going on. But yes,
Yeah, that part was especially fun too, like prepping everything. But
Yeah.
no, the whole process, like of diamond shopping, learning a lot about like a ring and like the different details of it, super awesome, educational and fun. Yeah,
yes, he says fun, but mostly because I probably did it all.
yeah,
Yeah.
that took away a lot of the stress too.
Yeah, I think that. But yeah, is that what you prefer?
Yeah, I prefer that. Yeah.
I didn't force him this way, guys. He prefers it this way. We have open communication about it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Well, once again, thank you, CJ, for coming to our vlog today, interviewing you for our new segment here.
Yay, thank
Yay,
you.
thank
Thank
you,
you.
everybody. Okay, so please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.